strats in there, but you get to that 5th pick and you're like, well, Invoker's banned, there's a Mirana, but it's not great.
Right click down his next Cogs.
Yeah.
He is already doing pretty well here, as we yet to hit CS. He is certainly struggling.
There's just some casual harass onto the Shadow Fiend, but yeah, there's plenty of HP regen available at SF, and when you're decayed, you get extra value from Tengos because you're at a lower HP pool.
On top lane.
And you get it back in your business.
This lane from DC, and Moon and Sax are able to go in, and with the blast and the strike, they find it. Mid lane, Arjit sitting at 360 HP at the moment thanks to the decay spam from Misery. That's be careful of himself. I felt like a shackle shot trying to hold Alfu away from diving in on Misery, but yeah, Arjit, when he's had the strength this low, he takes a hefty punch.
It's an empty lane, effectively. Like
free lane.
The Beastmaster's jungling, the Life Sealer's in the safe lane, so he knows free lane. Speaking of Life Sealer, he gets very close to going down.
He just walked into a Riptide and took a few punches there, Nana. I'm sure it was calculated, he knew it was a fantastic start. Top lane though, apologies for missing it, but Moon and Sax are going in and getting the line for the second time this game. That section over down. Arthur's actually going to TP in on this one. Saxa and Moon might look to play with him. They have another burrow strike. See what they do. Moon's going to go in, and they're going to just right click him down. They've still got a range creep tanking up the tower, and Arthur will get away.
Damage.
No, it's not going to be quite enough.
Moon got very low. It was Arthur waited to use the battery assault. I was surprised he caught Saxa alone in it, and he didn't want to use the battery assault. Nice dodge of the Splinter Blast, and Moon wants in. Oh, close. Oh god, Moon's gonna have such a fast blink dagger at this rate.
Ridiculous. Look at the money. 5 minutes in and 1,600 gold.
Yep, they're pushing the tower too. The cold embrace from the creep just to.
I mean, what the hell is the clock doing?
He's able to fight now.
We're going to see DC try and show WG how to smoke. There was some, I think they were still in the trees. There was some at the front of it. I don't think it caught it.
Yeah, there was the Hawk there, but it was just out of range of the smoke, I want to say.
So let's see what Moon gets to jump. Hey, no point in Epicenter yet. It looks like he doesn't need it. Straight in with the Burrow Strike Misery as well. Bring him down low. A good shackle shot. The power shot brings Archie low, but not quite low enough. Arfu comes in with the cogs. They do end up finishing the SF with the blast from Saxon. Now they'll turn towards Arfu. A second Burrow Strike from Moon, catching out the clock as DC get away with the 2 kills in the mid lane, and Moon continuing his
5-0. They've kept the Naga Siren free arming. Rezo is still the off point even.
Misery has walked into a bit of a kerfuffle there. Misery he's keeping himself alive. He's trying his best here with the Soul Rip and the Decay, but it's not enough. There's 4 WG Unity surrounding him and bringing him down. So they get themselves the first kill on the board here, WG. But
it wouldn't have really been worth it, but breaking the SF, taking down his soul count, and slowing down his farm is the big thing there, but it's still WG. Good position to looking to jump up top.
Having a Uber was nearly in trouble as well, but of course nothing they can do to stop.
Top lane top lane Clockwork's going on, but should get out. Top 6, not enough. Okay.
It looks like it's kind of aggression from DC. The fact that Resolution's getting himself involved in kills as well. Now they're putting pressure on the bottom tier 1. 6-1. It's looking like DC are just on another level at the moment in this game. You get Misery here. Oh, no points. Sacks are coming in, and this could be a little messy as DC, they've already got the lockdown straight away onto the Clockwork. Of the Cogs trying to have the TP out, but the damage, it should be more than enough. And the cost
even better early game showing from DC.
Even like that, they're coming in, they're looking for Saxa.
That was close.
And straight back in, Moon jumps in with the Burrow Strike, and again, it's part of the map.
And Line's one of those heroes where, like, anytime you have Finger up, you want to be using it. You don't want to sit there with Finger available for like 3 minutes straight. So dying as a Line when you've just hit level 6, like if you die as a Line after using Finger to get killed, it's fine.
The Kangaroo's playing around it, but they see it all. Yeah. They jump in, he will try for TP, he may just keep himself alive, but again, playing with death here in this area. Very, very good timing indeed.
Making that same move up top, again the same ward seeing them. This is just WG kind of bringing numbers, basically making a show of force to force the tower. Something that DC can't really. They're trying to defend it with a Splinter Blast, but Beastmaster doing a good job of zoning the win rate. Oh, they get the shot.
So they should get something out of this one as well as just the tower. And indeed, the hook shot into Raw. They'll look for Saxa. He's just going to be making them work for it. Finally goes down there to a raise from Arjit.
It's not the most. Could have made some sick plays there, but him dying doesn't really hurt DC at all. It was just him trying to make a play and it didn't work.
Smarts the Kangaroo. A little ambitious there with how far he moves forward. DC immediately punishing him there for that movement, just hanging in the lane. The rest of the team.
It's a hard hero to kill.
This is, yeah, I mean, if can he actually get the kill with this? It's pretty deep. Does he really want to jump out? He actually does. In the midst of 4 members, he's got the backup on its way. Hookshot's going to miss though, unfortunately. WG have to think twice about seeing around this one. Move coming in with a beautiful 2-man pro strike. Shackle is not going to land, but the damage with the Maelstrom and the power shot will be enough. The sleep's there to cancel Arfu's TP. Make sure that DC find themselves a second kill. They may not be done yet. Arjit is able to TP out. They don't quite find him, but some very aggressive attempt at a play there.
And he can ideally fly out with the Arctic Burn, so even for that he may have an escape.
Down bottom.
Exactly.
They're looking for him and they're going to find him. Arfu trying to hide in the tree line. Power shot is going to make short work of the defenses that he was trying to protect himself with.
DC from WG, it feels like DC have just read every movement that WG make and managed to dodge everything. I mean, it's a life stealer, Beastmaster, Lion, clock drop at 3 kills in 20 minutes.
Top lane, Saxon. He's been gone on Moon at the epicenter already. Here we go, jumps in, finds the burrow strike onto Nana, getting huge amounts of damage out. There's no rages available. He's trying to arm his way out of this thing.
Let's do it best.
He might actually make the invest, but no. The blast perfectly timed.
Perfectly winter. It's like an indirect buff to Winter Wyvern with adding those stun bars, but.
And at this point, this is the scary thing with a Wind Ranger. 20 minutes in, if you've got Blink, if you've got Maelstrom, the so down Aegis into the hands of Weeha, and we'll sit there on to try and follow through with this. Arfu is looking for some action. But for the rocket flare, is he going to commit for this? He tries to, but he's not going to find the hook shot.
Again, that's probably the better.
I was going to say.
I don't know how that would have went through Arfu
and he's in a lot of trouble now. Power shot, the last Maelstrom proc comes through, and this blocks out. Nana could be in trouble as well. Saxa coming in from the sideline, laying down the slow onto this life stealer. Nana to pay with his life to one. They're not done. Rezo's moving forward. They've got the song on to both the Shadow Fiend and the Lion. Moon and Resolution closing in onto X-Nova. On the back lines, Weeha, Saxa and Misery finish off.
Way to win the fight at that point.
This has been very, very impressive play from DC, obviously. With that first series of the day, going up against DFY, having a win now here, looking to be pretty strong. Oh my god, he nearly survives. The Glimmer Cake resistant, not enough to save him at the end of the day. But Moon wants to go back in with the epicenter, jumps in, hits the stun onto one. Shackle's not going to latch, and Nana will survive with the finger that should be able to take down the clock. They'll take the tombstone as well. They may be able to even find more. We get the blink out. Arfu looking to chase down. Weeha just turns around and kills the clockwork. So does Weeha want to go for some sort of a play here? He may think about doing so. Shackle isn't going to latch, and that could put the end to what could have potentially been a nice little flashy play from him. He's linking forward. See if they can find Nana. A DC
gimmicky like that, it's just more like a standard Wind Ranger build, so until you get like a big DPS items with ranges on different buildings. That's good.
No, they get the roar out. Storm comes through, but he's already raised the lifestealer, so he's able to kill off Moon. But here comes Saxo with the ultimate, cancelling the TV, holding Nana in place. They get the lifestealer and the Beastmasters. DC turn around that play from WG Unity and slam it straight back in their faces.
Yep. I mean, it's DC who are going to be the reactionary team. Like that's DC, not DC being aggressive, that's DC. Possibly go high ground again, it's not like they're in any rush, even if they get that Aegis and zone. Just on edge.
That must have been the last minute, so that was close. He gets him. Oh, hello. Alright. And he actually survives. For the time being, I mean, he does need to be careful because
there's an epicenter somewhere.
Yeah, Moon Epi's on the Lion. They'll come in, they'll surround Kangaroo. Moon's out of mana. Nana coming in, they can't quite the killer because the cold embrace, keeping Moon alive. Arjit does have a Shadow Blade and a Requiem at the ready. Weeha looking for the stun. Arjit in the middle of the run for the big breakthrough play. He'll get a huge amount of damage out. Weeha taken out by one more race if he can find it, but he's no mana to use. Weeha survives, and indeed Arjit. He didn't have the energy in the tank to pop him up, and in comes DC back onto the SF. Moon goes back through. They'll take the Shadow Fiend out. Nana trying to eat down on the tombstone, but DC, they're hungry. They're ready to chomp down on the Lycan himself. He gets himself inside one of the creeps. They just need to take that out. They could finish him off. Saxon jumping in. He can find this kill. Nana and Arfu on the retreat back to the base. He swings the blast, catches out the clockwork. Nova's there. On the line, they're to hold them back, and Nana.
I don't want to turn around.
Yeah, they want to look for Zaxxon, they'll find it, finger and all. Nana coming in for the last touch. We are going to high ground, so you can finish off Nana, but Nana survives, keeps himself alive there. Power shot's going to miss. and through it all, Nana stays alive.
Radiant's top
Right,
tower.
15,000.
Nana could be in trouble. They're pinging him out. They know he's there.
The raise TP, but the Winter's Curse is there. Saxa again, setting up for the team.
He's been where he needs to be every single time.
This
The
one,
bottom five.
We are, and the gang
Nice reaction. Didn't get raw there.
should find this one.
Yep.
It's, yeah, that's the thing that kills at this. They'll jump in, immediately the song is there from Reza, and unless you know anything, BKB from RJ, they want to try and fight into this. If they got the catch though, that's the question. Jump forward from Kang, he's going to roar onto Weehawk, but immediately the Winter's Curse is back there. Lays it down to Nana, Lulu coming in the midst of it all. They're pop 3, they're pop 4, RJ's around it as well. DC just wiping WG to the ground.
That was beautiful. Beautiful doing from DC.
It really, really was, and I think a lot of the times the Wiseman thing comes up in the draft and people are like, lone Wiseman, but now, if you see DC, yeah, this is very interesting. Nana will be playing,
normally safe lane.
yeah, the safe lane Bristleback, unless they want to switch roles around as well.
The nice thing, so you've got Earth Spirit, and I think the thing on your mind is we've got this Earth Spirit. Like, if indeed it is going mid, it looks like it's going to be Nana, so they're going to swap up the roles a bit and put Nana mid on the Bristle, Weaver in the safe lane. So Ajit and Nana, they've always had this kind of flexibility between these two players, sometimes mid, sometimes carry.
Kangaroo could be in trouble here. DC, they saw him come down, they got the ward out, and they saw the movements, they got the telekinesis, and the initial stun. Got the damage to bring him down, so they try and come free, but Weehawk ready away, the surprise he says as he's there with the Blade Fury and first blood.
Now it's a 1, so now it's not 10 charges, you get to 17 to be more efficient.
Oh, and as well, Saxon. There's a little bit of spot of popper. Alpha and Kangaroo trying to move in. The backup is there from Resolution and Misery, but then they've actually managed to turn it around and have taken not just one, but both of the heroes down.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah.
It's going alright, like Ajit's
Oh, he's...
farming. But...
Saxon's got a DD as well now. So, he doesn't have... He popped the Sentry Ward down for that initial bit of vision you get when you first plant it, but they haven't got anything to see Kangaroo further.
Bloodlusted Rubik with DD. Oh, it's your worst nightmare.
Oh,
He's just pulling up it. What is this?
they're sending TPs down. They're like, guys, we got a Rubik here with DD and Bloodlust.
Oh, it was okay, getting off the cliff, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's back. He pulled it. Not the bloodlusted Rubik.
Still there. Oh, it's all too much here for WG. They're only going to lose both of the heroes. It's another 2 kills
God.
for Reza.
SMY. Ooh, nice stun.
Catching him out mid-roll there. He's going to go for the TP, but he's going to have with the telekinesis and the zap to the back. The DC, and yet another kill down towards this bottom half of the map where...
Get ignored because you don't have the best chase.
And look at this up top. They want to try and get Arjit. They need to get a set of stun though. Saxa and Misery are there. Misery's gonna be... It might still be in the night vision in fact, and it looks like it doesn't matter. Moon able to close the gap. They've got not quite enough chase stuns though, as Arjit's able to survive with the time lapse. Now they're just going to turn a fight into DC. The Crush from Kangaroo coming out onto Moon, and they'll end up punishing the Nyx assassin. And they may even get more as Arfu rolls across. Look at the block up. Saxa has the stun. They'll turn around with a Faith Pop, but they're ready to dive and dive in deep as Arjit closes in onto the Ruby. Just needs to get the right. He doesn't even need the right click. The blast comes through from X Nova, and WG Unity able to turn around that play very, very.
He wanted to contest the ancient stats here. Bristle was very low in fact, but he gets there a bit late, not going to be able to stop it. And can't really solo kill too many of these heroes.
Maybe go for the Earth Spirit. Now that's what they could probably do. Brings him down low. One more touch is going to be needed. Weehawk comes in straight away with Blade Fury to finish off the kill.
They had a Dire Sentry too. They saw the Nyx coming in.
That's a nice wraparound. In fact, Weehawk actually with a quick Omni Slash dodges the Slithering Crush. And he's actually going to be able to walk his way out of this one with the Salve of the Ray as well. I mean, Arjit trying to chase. They look at the blast through. Arjit, can he actually get away with anything? He kills the Amplifier and Weehawk doing a lot, but he's not going to die for it. And we keep it. That was a very, very sweet Omni Slash.
Yeah. They had a split second where the Sentry saw the Nyx before he engaged.
Contested. Probably quite lucky because the speed that it goes down with this amount of minus armor WG are boasting.
Who's nearby?
Can he get anything? They have to be careful. Sentries are out around the mouth of the pit. So
You know what's going on, but they're going to be too late.
it's a nice little pick up here for WG. As Nana takes the Aegis. And Moon coming in see if we can scout.
What's the point? You're fighting in, you're a bit lacking vision in the area, you know your opponent's going to have a Sentry there for the Nyx. Don't take the fight unnecessarily.
Weehawk. I'm going to look to chase him down. Alfu rolls across. Fury now got him with a stun into a crush. And with this amplify, we are just melting to the physical damage of WG.
Good play from us, who just rolls onto the blade through. He says, I just need to be in position to stun him when you're not looking at the morph and thinking, oh, he's going to get the Met Star, and then we're going to be in trouble. It's not an item that, it's a decent item, but it's not like a game-changing item like the E-Blade pickup.
Jump in, Arthur's going to get an Omni Slash to the face there as he attempts some sort of a roll in, but quick reaction from DC is cut down onto the Spirit. A little bit of a strange play there from the Esper trying to commit for a fight that close to the tier 1. I guess just didn't quite expect that to be that much of a battle.
To put himself in these dangerous positions to initiate and set up fights for his team.
Top lane. You get in trouble with the telekinesis. They got the damage to do it. Yes, they do. Kangaroo, he tried to turn around with the crush to hold them back.
And Blink getting slowed down even more. That's the bottom from Rezo, and that's where Arjit, it's kind of his role to deal with this Morphling split push. He can't really kill the Morph by any means, but he can at least try and stop.
So they're trying to find Saxa, but he Shikuchis up to the high ground, and he's well and truly duped them.
Bottom, Arjit and Rezo are fighting. No one gonna kill any. I don't know. I say that it's like a Weaver versus Morph who actually kills either. It's a Blink. They lack that catch they need to punish the split push. Even when they get it, Morphling is not really a hero you can kill. It's just the jug.
Yeah, top lane Moon unable to actually find the stun there. He was looking to try and bring down Kangaroo, but he had to find the quill sprays. Moon he's in a lot of trouble here. One more and he's going to be popping. Nana turns around that attempt of a kill onto the Slardar and shoves it right down Moon's throat. As he did not, he was trying to find that stun, he held onto it, he didn't feel confident in the angle as the Slardar with the sprint was just too slippery.
Yep. Slardar luckily survived. He died there, but again without his Blink dagger being
so close
absolutely disastrous. And Nana gonna try to force the team on bottom. It was one of those things where getting Aegis in mid lane.
Can they get the stun? Can they kill this again?
Yeah.
We just TP's out and back to safety.
It's so nice to play Jug in these games where there's nothing to cancel play through TP. I mean, Slardar bash is so unreliable.
Bottom lane, Nana maybe getting a little too confident here with his
Quilled the Carapace.
And he's gone.
Yeah. They couldn't really get anything out of the Aegis because it's on a bristle, so it's like already, with or without the bristle, having an Aegis, they're already going to ignore him, at least ignore the 5-man.
And at the start of the fights, try and take down and control the Earth Spirit before they get a jump onto him. See what if WG can get this sort of a jump that they need, because they're moving down the mid lane. Misery is there alongside Santa, but against Santa, the Stolen should be going to be incredibly difficult. Now, good crush from Kangaroo. Catches both out. They should be able to get both of these kills in WG in there. That's exactly what they need. Plays like this, setting up for 2 tasty kills. Kangaroo.
They're geared to at least get the tier 2 mid because no split push threat yet at top or bottom. But as soon as you see those 2 kills happen, rest to push without the threat of the split push, and that split push is coming too slow that you probably feel like you can go for this.
Yeah, and they need to as well. They jump immediately in onto Moon, Moon's to be popped.
He's got no buyback.
This is the pace that they need because obviously with the Shadowblade into Silver Edge build that Weehar's going for, once that Silver Edge is out, Nana's game it's sort of ruined. If you get the touch on the bristle, he's going to melt very, very quickly. Instead of WG getting that good kill, a lot of pressure onto the tier 3.
Morph's split push will slow down now that Slardar's TP'd back, and I think the call is to full retreat here, but Wee's chasing with the Shadowblade at back at mid.
The Omni Slash jumping in the play period follow. Nana could be in trouble, finally drops. It's not the only one that we are able to take out as well with that play. A good crush, potential turnaround with the Amplify out. Can they actually find anything in return? That's the question. No, they can't. Saxa with a quick fade bolt to the back on top. Oh, Slardar indeed. Resolution. He is playing a solo game here, really.
Yeah, the Slardar TP back to stop the Morph split push, but then got recalled in. They thought Morph was out. It was probably the Slardar saying like, okay, Morph isn't split pushing anymore. We're good. But then he stuck around. Rezo.
And they can't get, he's got Manta. So he's fine.
They can chase him, but yeah, he's got too much HP.
There's no way they kill him. And
his illusions are almost killing Arthur as well. They won't, but it's kind of
oh dear. The Silver Edge. So Nana has to be so careful about taking that first touch in the fight. So far he's going to mount. Already moved. Trying to initiate Resolution with the follow-up there. Bringing down the Earth Spirit. Nana's in the center of it all as well. They're going to try and drain Rezo's mana, but it's not going to work. And there's Weehar comes in, chops down the bristle, immediate buyback from Nana.
It's a stolen amp damage too that did a huge amount of physical onto Nana because of that.
Kangaroo. He shoves him with the crush. Will play with his life.
That's not going to achieve too much. And yes, this could all fall apart. He's got another silver edge.
Nana has to be careful. Really doesn't want to take that touch from the blade of the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And the push has been coming up in DC, and as we saw, if Resolution was able to take Rax on his own up top, the full 5-man push is going to be even quicker. What can WG do to stop it?
Oh, it's a silver edge.
The Omni Slash as well. And he survived this, they're spreading out the Omni Slash jumps. And it looks like Nana will manage to survive through this. Keep the team alive. 10 seconds and the slot will be back up. So WG with a good hold to start with. DC, they've got Weharm Resolution back on towards the tier 3. Roll in, immediate stun and go into the Carapace.
Oh, he did. He wasn't up. I don't know what he's doing. I thought he was rolling into ulti, but then I was like, oh no, he's just rolling.
And Nana's down. That is a dieback on the bristleback. It looks like DC should be on the verge of taking game 2, and indeed they do. 22 to wait, 26 minutes in. Again, another quick game in this series between DC and Wargaming Unity, and it really just was that DC, they were the better team. It just clear as day there really in that one, and WG just it wasn't quite there, and it's just an interesting group. The fact that this team, WG,